With the transfer window very much underway and clubs still looking to complete their business before the window shuts, let's take a look at the Premier League's each highest paid player. All reported wages are accurate as of 4th of July 2022. Starting off with Bournemouth, we have Jefferson Lerma on 50k a week. The Colombian midfielder is the highest paid player at Bournemouth with an annual salary of nearly £3 million. The second highest earner at the club is midfielder Lewis Cook on 35k a week with an annual salary of nearly £2 million. For Arsenal, we have Thomas Partey. The ex-Atletico Madrid midfielder is the highest paid player at Arsenal, with him earning 200k a week. Ex-Manchester City forward Gabriel Jesus is the second highest earner at Arsenal, with a wage of just 190k a week. For Aston Villa, we have Philippe Coutinho. Having spent the second half of last season on loan at Villa, Coutinho completed a permanent move this summer. In doing so, he took a massive pay cut. Coutinho's 4-year deal was worth 125k a week, down from the 470 he was collecting weekly in Spain. However, it still makes him the highest paid player at Villa, ahead of second place Danny Ings. For Brentford, we have David Raya. David Raya alongside Pontus Jansson are the highest paid players at Brentford. They have an annual salary of £1.3 million, which translates to 25k per week. Brentford also have one of the lowest wage bills in the Premier League. For Brighton, we have Adam Lallana. Brighton had a good last season as the team finished in the top half of the Premier League table. The highest paid player at their club is former Liverpool midfielder Adam Lallana on 90k a week, which equivalates to an annual salary of nearly £5 million. For Chelsea, we have N'Golo Kante. With the departure of Romelu Lukaku to Inter, Kante is now the highest paid player at Chelsea. Timo Werner is the second highest earner with a wage of £272,000 per week. For Crystal Palace, we have Wilfried Zaha on 130k a week. With the Ivorian winger being a star player at Selhurst Park, his status is well reflected in his weekly wage. His annual wage is nearly £7 million, which is slightly more than second place Christian Benteke. For Everton, we have Yerry Mina. The 6'5" Colombian centre-back earns 120k a week in Merseyside. He earns the highest salary at Everton. The Toffees had a torrid last season and will be hoping for a much better outing this term. For Fulham, we have Kenny Tete on 65k a week. The promoted side's highest player is Dutchman Kenny Tete. The right back earns slightly more than second place striker Alexander Mitrovic. For Leeds, we have Rodrigo. The Spanish international is Leeds United's top earner with a weekly wage of 100k a week, which is equivalent to 5.2 million a year. This puts him ahead of teammates Patrick Bamford and Rafinha. For Leicester, we have Jamie Vardy earning 140k a week. No one can deny the contributions of Jamie Vardy to Leicester. He stayed loyal to the club when big clubs wanted to sign him, so it is only fair that he earns the most at the club. For Liverpool, we have Mohamed Salah. After the departure of Mane, Liverpool were keen to hold on to their Egyptian superstar and offered him a bumper contract in the summer. The forward penned a 3-year deal with the Reds, with Salah set to earn 350k a week, making him the highest paid star in the club's history. For Man City, we have Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is possibly the best midfielder in the world right now, which is rightly reflected in his wage. He earns an annual salary of nearly £21 million, which is the second highest in the whole of the Premier League. Just behind him is new signing Erling Haaland with a weekly salary of 350k. For Manchester United, we have Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is the highest paid player in the Premier League. He earns an annual salary of £26.5 million. Manchester United also have the highest wage bill in the Premier League, with 4 of the 7 highest paid Premier League players playing for them. For Newcastle United, we have Chris Wood. Chris Wood and Kieran Trippier are the highest paid players at Newcastle, both on 100k a week. With an injection of cash by new owners, we expect this number to go higher next season, possibly on new players. For Nottingham Forest, we have Dean Henderson on 100k a week. Signing on loan from Manchester United, the goalkeeper will hopefully play a vital role in Steve Gray's Nottingham Forest side staying up in the Premier League, since returning for the first time in over 2 decades. For Southampton, we have James Ward-Prowse. James Ward-Prowse has been the best performer for the Saints in the last couple of seasons, therefore it's only fair he earns the most at the club. Theo Walcott is the second highest earner at Southampton on 75k a week. For Tottenham Hotspur, we have Harry Kane. There is no denying the fact that Kane has been one of the world's best strikers over the past few years, and this has been reflected in his weekly wage of 200k a week. This means he brings in an annual wage of over £10 million. For West Ham, we have goalkeeper Alphonse Areola. Having spent the last season on loan at West Ham, Alphonse Areola completed a permanent move to the club this summer. His weekly wage of 138k is now the highest at the club, with Kurt Zouma earning the second highest at 124k. For Wolves, we have Leander Dendoncker. With the expiration of João Moutinho's contract, Dendoncker is now the highest paid player at the club on 90k a week. Wolves had a decent last season, will be hoping to do better next season, possibly with a few good signings, probably mostly Portuguese.